Hello, my name is Michelle Sturkie and I'm the math coach at Forts Pond. And today we're just going to talk a little bit about some math that you can do with your family during the holidays. How can we make math fun at home? Just thinking about things that we already do. The holidays can be really busy, so thinking about including any kind of educational thing feels like an extra thing to do. But how can we incorporate math in things that we already have to do or get to do over the holidays? Thinking about shopping or decorating our homes, any baking or cooking that we're doing for any event that we're going to, or if we're hosting our family, any kind of traveling that you might have to do, or crafts that you traditionally make with your children or with your families. How can you incorporate math in those things that you're already doing? Think about shopping for gifts. You could include your student in the process of making a shopping list, making a budget, adding the cost, talking about how much money you have left over, and having them subtract that money. That might be too hard for our younger students, but they could help you come up with a list of things that you need to buy and count how many things are on the list, or how many gifts you've already bought and how many you still need to buy. Making it a real world connection, just including that math talk in everything that we do. Think about as you decorate. Our younger students could sort decorations and count like items. This is something that they do in their classrooms. Maybe they could identify the different shapes. Our older students could measure how long the string of lights are, or they could also count really high numbers, things like that. You could also play an I Spy game with I Spy 3 red ornaments or 3 circle ornaments. Just keeping them talking about numbers as you're doing your holiday traditions. With baking and cooking, just include them. Have them measure out the items your ingredients that you're having to use. Using those fourth of a cup, half of a cup, exposing them to those things in your home before they might ever even have to see them in a math class will be really helpful to them. Think about elapsed time as you're cooking and how much time it will take. Your start time and end time, all of those things are skills that they need practice in. And then figuring out how much you need to cook to take to an event, how many cookies you need, using terms like dozen, half a dozen. Talk about what that is with your students. Even if they're young, having those conversations will be so helpful to them in their math class. As you're traveling, those of you that have to go far distances, you can estimate the number of big trucks you'll see and count them and see if you're close. Maybe have your student help you figure out how many miles you have to travel to and from. Add up all the money you have to spend on gas. There's just so many different ways that we can include math in the things that we're already participating in and just having those conversations. Maybe your family is crafty and has a tradition of always making gingerbread houses each year, or my sister's family, they always string popcorn and cranberries to decorate their Christmas tree. With the gingerbread houses, you could talk about shapes that you use and count out how many gumdrops or how many of certain types of candy that you want to use on your gingerbread house. Stringing popcorn and cranberries is really for our younger students, creating that pattern, counting out 5 pieces of popcorn and then 1 cranberry, or however you choose to do that, will be really great for them and help their fine motor skills. So just these are just some that I thought of and wanted to share with you. And then always playing games, any kind of games that you have in your home or you could get at the dollar store. Or it doesn't have to be anything practicing math facts. But when students are playing games, they're using a part of their brain to strategize, and even with Uno and counting and adding up their points if you play points, all of those things are just keeping our students' brains engaged, even over the holidays when they're not in a classroom. I hope that this was very helpful and just kind of give you some ideas and maybe even spark some ideas of your own with things that you have in your home or you do with your family. And I hope that you enjoy your Thanksgiving and holiday season and that you can incorporate some kind of mathematical talk and games or activities as you are celebrating and spending time with your family.